Hi everyone, this is SDHN coming to you with tips and tricks for today. Today I'm going to show you a small trick in Power BI in using multiple filters in the inbuilt slicer. You can use multiple hierarchies to filter down your elements easily. Let's get started. So I have a small table over here which stores in the store data with some department and store details. It's just some dummy data that I have created quickly. So it has some store name and it has different departments for each store. Now, for example, if I want to filter down the store department, the particular department in the particular store, instead of using two different filters or slicers in my dashboard, I can just use one slicer and have it filter down both the elements together. Let's see. So I'm just going to drop in the store and the department in the fields. Now if you see, let me just change the font size. Okay, this looks okay. Alright, so now we have, if you see over here, I am able to add two fields or multiple fields over here. You can add 3, 4, any number of fields. Okay, so if you see that we have the store names over here. If I want to see a particular department in say ABC store, I can just drill down and I can just select HR, marketing, or any other department. If I want to go down to another store, same thing. Yeah, pretty awesome, right? So it's a very simple way where you can drill down using just one slicer in your dashboard. It really helps in conserving the space as well. And if you want, you can also change the hierarchy over here. Like if I want to put any department first and then the store, if you see over here, the drill options have changed as well. Yeah, so this is just one quick tip for you to save space on your dashboard. If you have any questions, or if you want me to show more further uses of the slicer, then please comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as well. Take care. Bye bye. Hi everyone, this is SDHN coming to you with a how-to video. Alright, so today I'm going to show you a quick trick where you can actually create a macro and a button without writing a single line of code. Amazing, right? You don't have to write even one single word of code, nothing. All you have to do is do a few clicks and you're set to go. So here I have some data. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Let me just increase the size. Okay, so here I have some data with the name and some tire. Let me just delete this. Okay, and it actually has some name of the customers and the membership tire that they belong to. And on this sheet, again, I have some records which says whether they are particular member or not. Let's say whether they are a gold member or not. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to merge these two sheets and see the records of those people who are gold member and who belong to more particular, say tier 1. So I can do a quick few formulas like VLOOKUPs and index match and things like that. But let me just show you for the sake of this video how to do this using a macro, using macros but not actually writing anything. Alright, so for this you actually need a developers tab. If you need to know how to enable this tab, then please check out my description. I mentioned the steps over there. Alright, so just click on record macro. Now before you click on this, you need to make sure what exactly it is that you want, because every click that you do, each and every filter that you do is going to be recorded. Alright, so now I'm going to click on record macro and say, okay, macro name is 5 and click on OK. I'm going to filter the tier to 1 because I want only people with tier 1 and okay. Then I'm going to take okay. I'm going to copy this and then paste the values over here. Okay, so it's KJB and JKB. Okay, and I also want the column names that get okay. So I have the details over here for all those people who are in tier 1. Now I want to know about the gold membership as well. So I'm going to I need only those people whose gold membership is yes. Alright, there you go. So I'm just going to copy this and paste the data over here. Okay, so again I have name here and membership. Okay, so I have the name of all the people in tier 1 and all the people who are in gold membership. Okay, in case if we have some common values over here which you want to highlight, like okay, this person is in tier 1 and also has gold membership, that's alright. We can do some conditional formatting over there. We can just select the two columns. We can select the two columns, alright, and do some conditional formatting. Okay, go to highlight cell rules and click on duplicate values. So if at all there are any duplicate values, that will become red. So if you see over here, name is duplicate between these two columns, so it has become red. Yes, if you have any other customer name who belong to tier 1 and who have gold membership, that will come in red as well. Yeah, so that's all I think we want with our macro for now. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Okay, and delete our result, what we have over here. Okay, because we just did that to show the system what exactly we want, and remove the filters. Okay, now I'm going to go to developer and go to my button. Okay, just create your button. Okay, and assign the macro that you have just created to the button, so that when you click on it, that whatever actions you have done will be replicated. So let's go ahead and click on our nice button. Okay, so there you go. We have our values shown over here when we click on this button. Pretty amazing, right? If you want to see what happens, what has happened when you record a macro, just go to Developer tab, click on the macros, macro 5, the name, whichever macro you have created, and click on Edit. You'll be able to see in the back end what actually has taken place. So you see, we've avoided writing all these lines of code just by clicking a few buttons and by clicking on record macro. Pretty amazing, right? You have created a macro without writing any VBA codes. Yeah, so that's about it for today. If you like this video, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and click on the nice subscribe button below. And also do share it with your friends and colleagues. Take care. Bye bye.
Hi everyone, this is STHN coming to you with a new challenge for today.
Okay, so today I'm just going to show you one of the challenges that I received from our client, wherein I had to capture the attendance from a Teams meeting. So a Teams meeting, this was a departmental meeting which was attended by hundreds of users. So it was like the client really wanted to know who attended the meeting 10 minutes late, who came in early, and what is the percentage of duration of the meeting the person attended, things like that. So this is the data that actually comes in when you download the records from the Teams meeting. Only the organizer of the Teams meeting is able to download this. If you're the organizer, you can easily go ahead and download it. If you want me to show you how to do that, then comments below and I will let you know how that is done in my next video. Okay, so right now let's focus on how we can get how I have been able to get this done. It's very simple. You just click on this button here and everything is just tuck 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 done. Okay, so we have the full name, user action, and timestamp. This is the actual raw data that comes in from the Teams download. All right, and they yeah, I have made some sheets over here: left, joined, joined before, and joined. The reason being is if you just filter the records, okay, and if you see here we have joined, joined before, and left. I'm just going to show you joined. Okay, if you see joined, this person Elizabeth, she has joined the meeting like twice. Okay, but all at different timings. One is at 4:06 and one is at 4:12. And if I show you, there are several records for Elizabeth, if you see here. Okay, so she's joined before, she's joined, and she has left. What does that mean? So joined before basically means that she has joined before the meeting starts. So the meeting starts at 3:30 and she joined before at 3:28. So joined before means she has joined before the start of the meeting. And left, we see left, let me just highlight Elizabeth only. Okay, left, she left at 4:05, and here if you see left, she left at 4:11 again, and here we see left, she left at 4:56 again. So why are there like multiple records? Well, we're not in a real meeting, right? We're in a virtual meeting, and our internet connection sometimes can easily disconnect us. I'm sure all of you must have faced this a couple of times during your meetings, where your internet connection is very bad and simply you just get kicked out of the meeting. Right, so that's the reason why you'll see a couple of them have like duplicate end records over here: joined before, joined, and left. Now what we need to do is we just need to know what time she actually joins. If I just take like joined, it will show me that she came to the meeting late, because joined will just show me that she joined at 4:06, right? That is the earliest time as compared to 4:12, right? So, but that is not right, because she joined before, which is at 3:28. She was an early attendee, which is good. So in order to make sure that I have captured the correct data, I need to analyze all the records, all the user actions, right? And then take in the one which is the earliest. So I have done all that in these different sheets and combined everything and given the actual report in this sheet called joined. So let me just show you how everything is captured and is being displayed. Okay, before that, let me show you what I have done here as well. I have a couple of columns over here which is already defining the time of the meeting. Okay, now I have taken 3:40 instead of 3:30 because we need to capture the ones who attended the meeting 10 minutes late, right? That is why I have mentioned 3:40 and 58 seconds here. And duration of the meeting is 1 hour 30 minutes. You can go ahead and change this. If your meeting lasts longer or it gets over quickly, you can easily change as to how long the meeting was. And this is the duration I've converted into minutes just by using a simple formula. Alright, now let's go ahead and click on this button. Ta-da! It's doing its magic and it's done. Right? Okay, let me just go ahead and resize these columns to show you. Yeah, so you see over here we already have the latecomers. If you see, we have one late comer who is Katie. So Katie has joined the meeting late at 3:58, which is obviously way after the 10 minutes, way more than that. Alright, and you can see over here the duration of the meeting attended, the percentage of meeting attended, and things like that. And you see we have some extra some new columns over here which I have created just by using macros. So we have the left time, what time they left, what time they joined. So join time plus grace period. The grace period is the plus 10 minutes, which is 3:40, which I have taken over here. So this is the, so they have joined at 3:30, so it means plus 10 divided by 1400, which means plus 10 minutes. Yeah, so that's what is giving us a join time to check out whether they are latecomers or not. right? And I have used some conditional formatting over here to make sure that the person who is late, their detail becomes highlighted in red. Yeah, and we have some formula over here which will take out the percentage of the duration of the meeting attended in minutes, and here we have the percentage of meeting attended. Pretty great, right? So you actually have a nice data, a nice report which will tell you who attended the meeting late, even if you have like hundreds of people who have joined your meeting. It does not matter how many people you have. Just by using this nice little macro, you will get that report done. Yeah, so if you want me to show you how to get this done, then comment below and I will make a how-to video about this. Until then, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video.
Hi everyone, this is STHN coming to you with a new challenge for today. Okay, so today's challenge is about using some great trick in Excel to help your staff record data in Excel. That is to increase the efficiency and the productivity, because you'll then save a lot of time. Well, let's just dig into it. So the challenge that I faced was to make sure that the staff records data in Excel in a proper format in a given manner. Like earlier they had a lot of huge document, thinking, okay, so in this column this is what you need to enter, in this column this is what you need to do, blah 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 blah. So, but who refers to it when you're like loaded with stuff to do, right, in real life, real time. So what I thought of doing is to guide the user at every step of the way, and let them know, okay, do this and do that. So a small trick that I used is tooltips, which is like amazing. It's just something small that we all just overlook whenever we are browsing the net and things like that. But if you just take a step back and think about it, how it has helped you, you will realize that, okay, it's actually really smart and really great. So let's see what we have achieved over here. Suppose, like, if you see the receipt date, it needs to be entered in a proper format, like in DD, MM, YYY or YY format. Like earlier, the Excel that I had received had a lot of junk data, like people had entered their dates in all kinds of formats. Okay, so what I've done is, like, if you just click on it and hover over it, it'll just tell you, okay, enter date in DD, MM, YY format. Woohoo! Amazing, right? Okay, so as and when you go, suppose if you go next, okay, let me just press tab. There you go. See, enter date and YY format. I don't need any used document or any list or any sheet over here saying to do, things to do, please read me, anything like that to refer to when I am recording my data. Alright, and then I have all these details. Okay, now they just come to over here. So over here it says enter date in whatever format. If rescheduled, change project status to rescheduled first. So if I have to change this date, if I need to reschedule it from 7th of Jan, then what I need to do is first change the project status to reschedule. So see, here I am kind of mentioning steps from the standard SOPs, like guiding, telling them about the process. Before you change the assessment date, you need to change the project status. So you can use these tooltips to even not only to tell them how to enter the data in which format, but also what steps to follow. Amazing, right? Okay. So far I'm going to reschedule the assessment date, but before that I need to do what? Change this project status to say, okay, this is already done, right? Okay, let me take another, let's take this record. Okay, change it to rescheduled. And woohoo, what is here? I have this assessment date and interview date. There's a small message box over here, and it also tells me the format in which I have to enter the new dates. So suppose I'm rescheduling it from 7th to say 9th of Jan 2020, and interview date to say 20 Jan 2020. Now, when I click on submit, you will notice something very interesting has happened over here. In the reschedule remarks column, if you see, we have a remark over here today. So 27th May is today's date, and as of today, what has happened? Rescheduled. And assessment from 7th Jan, an interview from 7th Jan. It means this is the previous date. So from 7th Jan, it has been rescheduled to 9th of Jan. So you see what has happened? I did not change anything over here. I did not change this date. I just changed the status from to rescheduled and entered the new date in that nice little message box. As soon as I clicked on submit, this date got changed to the new date which I had entered in the message box, and there is a remark over here which mentions the previous date. It is amazing to track for the management, right? If they want to see, okay, when was it rescheduled? Well, it was rescheduled on 27th of May. From which date? From 7th of Jan. To which date? Well, you have the new date here. Cool, right? And in the real time, what we have done is we have hidden this column and we have locked the cells so that no one can edit it. Well, we are all humans, right? So, okay. And the next thing that was there, this might be very simple, but just thought of mentioning it. Date to use. Now they wanted to use the largest date. So whichever date is a largest date, they want to use that. Now, what is the difference between received date and open date? Is because suppose if you receive the project, like say at the end of the weekend, I mean just before the evening of the weekend, then obviously you'll be starting it after the weekend. Now here where I am, Friday and Saturday, we have the weekend and the week starts from Sunday. So suppose if you receive the project on say Thursday evening, no ways I'm going to do it on Thursday evening. I'm going to start it fresh on Sunday. So the open receive date will be like Thursday's date and open date will be on Sunday's date. So the tracking date will actually start from the open date. Right? Yeah. So that's what I've used a little formula over here to try to take that into consideration. And days between also is something like the duration, like how long it has taken for the project to close. That also it takes only the working days. It does not take the weekend into consideration. For that as well, there's this nice little formula over here which is being used. So basically that's about it with regards to this sheet. If you want to know more details about how to use the tooltips and how to use a small little message box, it's not macros, it's not a big deal, it's just normal VBA stuff that I have written to achieve that. Nice little rescheduling message box. And if you want to know more about the formula being used for the date to use and the days between as well, then please comment below and let me know your thoughts, and if you have better way to do this, then also do let me know. So that's about it for now. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye. Hi everyone, this is STHN coming to you with a new challenge for today. Okay, so today's challenge is about using some great trick in Excel to help your staff record data in Excel. That is to increase the efficiency and the productivity, because you'll then save a lot of time. Well, let's just dig into it. So the challenge that I faced was to make sure that the staff records data in Excel in a proper format in a given manner. Like earlier they had a lot huge document, thinking, okay, so in this column this is what you need to enter, in this column this is what you need to do, blah 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 blah. So but who refers to it when you're like loaded with stuff to do, right, in real life, real time. So what I thought of doing is to guide the user at every step of the way, and let them know, okay, do this and do that. So a small trick that I used is tooltips, which is like amazing. It's just something small that we all just overlook whenever we are browsing the net and things like that. But if you just take a step back and think about it, how it has helped you, you will realize that, okay, it's actually really smart and really great. So let's see what we have achieved over here. Suppose, like, if you see the receipt date, it needs to be entered in a proper format, like in DD, MM, YYY, or YY format. Like earlier, the Excel that I had received had a lot of junk data, like people had entered their dates in all kinds of formats. Okay, so what I've done is, like, if you just click on it and hover over it, it'll just tell you, okay, enter date in DD, MM, YY format. Woohoo! Amazing, right? Okay, so as and when you go, suppose if you go next, okay, let me just press tab. There you go. See, enter date in DD, MM, YY format. I don't need any used document or any list or any sheet over here saying to do, things to do, please read me, anything like that to refer to when I am recording my data. Alright, and then I have all these details. Okay, now they just come to over here. So over here it says enter date in whatever format. If rescheduled, change project status to rescheduled first. So if I have to change this date, if I need to reschedule it from 7th of Jan, then what I need to do is first change the project status to reschedule. So see, here I am kind of mentioning steps from the standard SOPs, like I'm telling them about the process. Before you change the assessment date, you need to change the project status. So you can use these tooltips to even not only to tell them how to enter the data in which format, but also what steps to follow. Amazing, right? Okay. So far I'm going to reschedule the assessment date, but before that I need to do what? Change this project status to say, okay, this is already done, right? Okay, let me take another, let's take this record. Okay, change it to rescheduled. And woohoo, what is here? I have this assessment date and interview date. There's a small message box over here, and it also tells me the format in which I have to enter the new dates. So suppose I'm rescheduling it from 7th to say 9th of Jan 2020, and interview date to say 20 Jan 2020. Now, when I click on submit, you will notice something very interesting has happened over here. In the reschedule remarks column, if you see, we have a remark over here today. So 27th May is today's date, and as of today, what has happened? Rescheduled. And assessment from 7th Jan, an interview from 7th Jan. It means this is the previous date. So from 7th Jan, it has been rescheduled to 9th of Jan. So you see what has happened? I did not change anything over here. I did not change this date. I just changed the status from to rescheduled and entered the new date in that nice little message box. As soon as I clicked on submit, this date got changed to the new date which I had entered in the message box, and there is a remark over here which mentions the previous date. It is amazing to track for the management, right? If they want to see, okay, when was it rescheduled? Well, it was rescheduled on 27th of May. From which date? From 7th of Jan. To which date? Well, you have the new date here. cool, right? And in the real time, what we have done is we have hidden this column and we have locked the cells so that no one can edit it. Well, we are all humans, right? So okay, and the next thing that was there's, this might be very simple, but just thought of mentioning it, date to use. Now they wanted to use the largest date, so whichever date is a largest date, they want to use that. Now what is the difference between received date and open date is because suppose if you receive the project, like say at the end of the weekend, I mean just before the evening of the weekend, then obviously you'll be starting it after the weekend. Now here where I am, Friday and Saturday, we have the weekend and the week starts from Sunday. So suppose if you receive the project on say Thursday evening, no ways I'm going to do it on Thursday evening. I'm going to start it on fresh on Sunday. So the receive date will be like Thursday's date and open date will be on Sunday's date. So the tracking date will actually start from the open date. Right? Yeah. So that's what I've used a little formula over here to try to take that into consideration. And days between also is something like the duration, like how long it has taken for the project to close. That also it takes only the working days. It does not take the weekend into consideration. For that as well, there's this nice little formula over here which is being used. So basically that's about it with regards to this sheet. If you want to know more details about how to use the tooltips and how to use a small little message box, it's not macros, it's not a big deal, it's just normal VBA stuff that I have written to achieve that. Nice little rescheduling message box. And if you want to know more about the formula being used for the date to use and the days between as well, then please comment below and let me know your thoughts, and if you have better way to do this, then also do let me know. So that's about it for now. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye. Hi everyone, this is SPHN coming to you with a how-to video. Alright, you must have seen my video on how to use a message box in Excel and allow it to populate some of the cells and help to track some records as well. If you have not yet seen this video, then please go ahead and check out Say No to Do's and Don'ts, easy way to enter data on my channel. So today I'm going to show you how to create this message box and what is the lines behind it, how to get this done, and how to get the cells populated as well. So let's get started. Alright, so so what happens is if you click on this drop and click on reschedule, supposed to get this message box, right? And how to actually get this done in Excel. Well, if you have to develop a tab, go to the developer tab and click on Visual Basic. Okay, you can see lots of lines of code over here, but don't worry, it is very simple, just like in normal English language. Alright, I'm going to take you through it step by step. You need to get this done on the change event of the worksheet. That is, if anything changes on the worksheet, this needs to happen. So first thing that you will go and do is go over here, select worksheet and change the event to change. Change the event to change. Well, yeah. So when you do that, this will automatically get populated. Alright, and the first line of code here, it says if target.column is equals to 18. Now what 18 is actually represents is the column number. Okay, so if I just go back to the Excel, so this R represent is the 18 is this column, is referring to this column number. to actually this column. Okay, so each of the columns in Excel is represented by letters, but if you go to do some coding in VBA, you will need to make sure that you reference it by a number. So A is 1, B is 2, and things like that. So R is 18 over here. Okay, and target dot value is equals to reschedule. So basically it's like normal English, like if this cell, if anything in this column is changes to rescheduled, then perform a set of action. Alright, so this is what it does. If target dot column is equals to 18, if the column that is being changed is this column and the value is rescheduled, if this value is changed to rescheduled, alright, then what you do is I'm declaring certain variables to store values. I hope you know what variables are. If you want me to explain to you what they are, then please comment below and I will make a video on it. Okay, so temp schedule as date. Okay, so it means this variable is going to store value in date format, and as date is going to store value in string format, and so on. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is here I'm taking the variable and changing the format of the value which will be stored in this into DDMMYYY, because that is how I want it to be. You can put any format that you want. Alright, now in this variable schedule, if you see it's storing date value, I'm going to store the value of the assessment date, because I want this value to be mentioned over here in the comment. If you don't know how this works, please refer to my video on do's and don'ts. The link will be mentioned in the comments in the description below. Yeah, so I want this date and the previous date. What was the previous date? What has been rescheduled from to be mentioned in the reschedule remarks. So I need to store this date somewhere, right? So this is where I am storing it in schedule. I'm storing the value. Now what is this target.offset -5? -5 refers to go behind 5 cells. Alright, I'm hiding some cells over here, that's why you will not be able to see. Otherwise it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever cells behind you want to go to, you will be storing that date. Okay, and again for the interview date it will be minus value again. Yeah, so as date is equals to format. Here in as date I'm changing the format of the scheduled value which is stored over here. Alright, and interview date, in date is storing the interview date which is in a column which has 3 cells behind this column. So you will not be able to see that exactly because I have hidden some columns. Otherwise, if you see, it will be -1 and it will take the interview date value. Alright, so minus means going behind from the current target, because all this will be executed only if the target column is 18, only if the target column is the project status. So if you want to go behind, it will be -1, 2, 3, 4. I hope that makes sense. Alright, so now what you need to do is store that value, store the dates, which existing dates, and put it in this column over here, right? So this is the column, it will be column 16 or whatever column number it is according to your Excel. Okay, and then you will do target.offset. Okay, and you will mention the value. Okay, so I want to make sure that whatever value is existing in that cell is not gone and it should not overwrite, because you can reschedule it 3, 4, 5, 6 times, right? So whatever is existing, it needs to mention that as well. Okay, so this is what it will take the existing value of that cell, and I'm mentioning a comma over here so that it can separate, and L value will take in the today's date, that is the current system date, and says here rescheduled assessment from, it will take the current assessment date and the interview from the current interview date. So you can mention however you want, whatever text you want, you can mention over there. Okay, and then I'm setting the date cell is equals to target.offset 0 minus 5. Alright, so it's taking the value from the message box. Now I need to take in the value from the message box. Okay, whatever value is there, so that I need to display that as well, right? And then I'm going to show that frim.reschedule.show is going to show the message box itself. Alright, so I'll show you how to create this message box. Alright, and so schedule is equals to date value target.offset 0 minus 5 dot value. What this is doing is it is going to replace this existing cell value to the one that was mentioned in the message box. Amazing, right? Okay, so I'm going to put in this code in the description below as well, so don't worry about it. Okay, I hope you were able to understand what this code actually means. It's very simple, like plain simple English. Just use a little bit of logic here and there and you are set to go. Now, how to create a message box from this FRM's reschedule.show. So if you just go here, okay, just click on your Excel object and go to insert user form and you will get a new form. I'm not going to create a new one right now. I'll just show you what I had created earlier. Yeah, so this is what I had created earlier. So this is assessment date, interview date, 2 text boxes and labels as well, and a submit button. So you can take the objects from here. We have the label, we have the text box, we have the button over here, command button. Okay, if you don't have this screen, the properties window over here, you can go to view and click on properties window and it will get displayed. This is very important because you will need to name each and every element object in your form. Alright, so first name is the name of the form, FRM scheduled. Okay, this is how if you realize we have referred to display the form on the Excel. Yeah, and then if I click on the text box, I have named the text box as txt date and interviewed text box as txt end date. Right, now what we do is we go and double click on the submit button. Okay, now we need to do something. There has to be an event or something needs to happen when you click on the submit button, right? So when you click on it, if you need to first check whether the user has entered date or not, or they have just entered some gibberish values or something. So if it is not dates in normal English, if not is date, if txt date.text is not a date, or if txt in date.text is not a date, if any of the text boxes does not contain a date value, then display a message saying that enter date in the particular format and try again, and it will close. Alright, and then if it is in else, means if it is a date value, if everything is okay, then store this value, whatever is value is the txt date dot value in this object date cell, and whatever text is there in txt in date value, store it in this cell. Yeah, so that is about it over here in the submit. Now you also need to create a module. So if you go to module and you can just go insert a module. Okay, in this module you need to declare some public variables because these variables needs to be accessed by your form as well as your Excel worksheet, right? So if you just create it in Excel worksheet, then only the Excel worksheet will be able to access these values, and if you only create it in the form, only the form will be able to access the value. But if you create it in the module, then all of these sections will be able to access values stored in these variables. Yeah, so that's about it. Yeah, if you have any questions or if you want me to explain a specific thing within this good, or something that you are not able to you're not able to get through, then please let me know in the comments below. And yeah, that's about it for now. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video. Hi everyone, this is SDHN coming to you with a how-to video.
So today I'm going to show you how to send bulk emails to like say multiple customers or multiple clients with different attachments just by using Excel and macros. Amazing, right? So you can easily use Excel, send multiple emails, and just on the click of one button, and all different kinds of attachments will go out to them. Suppose if you want to send only attachments 1, 2 and 3 to person 1, and if you want to send only 2 and 3 attachments to person number 2, so you can easily do that using Excel, and I'm just going to show you now how to do that. Let's get started. So if you see over here, I've already created some dummy data, and so I have some members over here and levels of membership. So I have gold levels and some level of memberships as well: gold, bronze, silver, etc. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to send some attachments, members document and some benefits document to these individual clients, okay, to these clients, and only the clients which are a gold member with like level 4, they will get one special benefit document of say furniture discount, for example. Yeah, so everyone will get a specific membership guidelines based upon their type of membership. So gold member will get guidelines for gold, and bronze member will get guidelines for bronze membership and things like that. And people who are gold members and who are level 4 will also get one attachment for furniture discount. So how do we do that is, let me just unhide some columns. Yeah, so here I have the email addresses of all the clients. These are just some dummy email addresses, so don't try to send an email to these addresses. Okay, so so each client, like suppose ABC has this email address assigned to him, and so make sure that you have all the email addresses of the clients. Okay, next what you need to do is for each document create a separate column. Suppose if you have like 2 documents, create 2 different columns for each document. You can even do that with 1 column, but I prefer using different columns so that it's easier to make changes whenever the need arises. Otherwise the formula becomes too long. That's the only reason. Otherwise you can feel free to do that, to use 1 column if you want to. And so now what we want to do is, if it is a gold member, then we need to send only the gold members document to it, right? So first step what you need to do is you need to save all the documents in a particular folder. So I would prefer to use a shared folder, because if it's only you who are going to send out these emails, then it's fine, you can save it on your local drive. Otherwise you need to save them on say a SharePoint site or OneDrive, where all your team members will be able to access it. Yeah, so save it somewhere in a common location. OneDrive and my documents _ video. Yeah, so if you see here, I have all my documents: bronze, furniture discount, gold and silver, which needs to be sent out to the clients. And what I'm going to do is use if statements and put down the path of the documents. So if you see here, if statement, if, so you can see @ membership. That's because I have formatted my columns into a table. That it makes life much more easier if your data is organized into a table. If you don't know how to do that, just click on the first cell, and yeah, so just go here, click on the first cell, go to home, and click over here, format as table. Yeah, There you go. Okay, so coming back to this, so you just use an if statement. If membership is equals to gold, so if they are gold members, then just put down the path of the file. Yeah, there you go. See, it's as simple as that. Just put down the entire path of the file as to where the file is located. Okay, so see, users, the entire you can get the paths from here. If you just go to your document and right click, go to properties, you will be able to see the path of the file. Yeah, so here is your, you'll be able to see the path. Here is the path of your file. Yeah, just copy that, and the file name is here with the extension. Okay, so just copy and paste that over here, the entire path, and then the file name followed by the extension. Cool. So if it's a gold member, then attach the gold document. Else, if their membership is equals to bronze, if they are bronze, then put down the bronze document path, and if they are silver, then put down the silver document path. It is as simple as that. Simple nested if statements saying that if it is gold member, check out the gold document. If it's a bronze member, check out the bronze document. And if it's a silver member, then check out the silver document. Pretty simple, straightforward if statement, right? I hope so. If you want me to show you how to go ahead and write the if statements and go into more details about it, then comment below and I will make another video on how to use if statements. Alright, now so that's about it for here. Next one is we want to go ahead and attach furniture document. And there is a condition over here which says we want the furniture document to be sent only to people who are gold membership, who have gold membership and who are level 4. So now that will again tell us to write an if statement, right? So here we are going to use and here we are going to use and because there are two conditions over here, right? Here we are checking if it is gold, just like how we did over here. So if they are gold if membership is equals to gold, and so we have and here, and the level is equals to 4, then put down the path of the furniture document, else just leave it blank. I prefer to always leave it blank because if it's blank, then the system will not attach anything. Okay, something failed. Okay, so I always prefer to leave it blank because then the system will not attach anything. So if not, you can leave it just like that as well. It will not make any difference. But this is just my preference to always leave it blank. It just makes the document also look a little more cleaner and you can easily understand. Because we have one user who actually satisfies the guidelines, which the condition which is this. So STU is a gold member with level 4, and if you see only this person has this part, the path of the file. Yeah, so now you have set up and told the system, okay, this is where my documents are stored, this is the condition, use this path only if this particular condition is true. But how is it going to send it, right? That's the main question. So for that we need to go to the developer tab. If you don't know how to enable the developer tab, check out my description. I have mentioned the steps on how to enable it. Okay, go to the developer tab and click on macros. Okay, I have already created a macro for you so that it will save some time. And click on edit and you will find your macro here. Let me just resize it so that you guys can see it. Okay, so there you go. Here is the macro. So it's a very simple macro, very simple to understand, just like simple English. Yeah, so here if you're going to send it through Outlook application, then you need to make sure that you insert the Outlook reference. So just go to tools and click on references first and make sure that these two elements are selected. Microsoft Outlook 16.0 object library. If you have another version also, it's okay, no problem. And Microsoft CDO for Windows 2000 library. Make sure that you insert these two references, otherwise your system will not be able to detect these functions. Yeah, so now I have a simple sub function over here, send email. You can name it whatever you want. On error, resume next. This is just in case if there isn't any error in the particular record, then go next. But basically an error should not come because you have put simple if statements. If something is wrong with your if statement, only then you will find an error. Otherwise it should work perfectly. Okay, so we're declaring some variables over here. Dim O as outlook.application, and we're setting O as new outlook application. This is just to tell the system that we're going to use outlook application to do some actions. Alright, so dim O mail as outlook.mail item. This will create a new email in Outlook. Now dim I as long, we are just going to have an long variable over here, just to assign it into a for loop. If you don't know what a loop is and want me to go into more details, go ahead and comment below and I will make a video to show you how loops work. Okay, so for I is equals to 2 to range A100 is basically the rows of the Excel that is taking up. Let me just show you. Okay, so it's going to start from row 2, right? Because row 1 is basically your headers and we don't need the system to do anything on the headers, right? So it's going to go ahead from row 2 and to the 100th row. So if you have more records or you know that you will have these many number of clients, then go ahead and change this number to 1000 or whatever you wish to. Yeah, so that's how it's going to track. It's going to go through each row. Yeah, and set O mail is equals to O dot create items. Is going to create a new email in Outlook. We have already referred it over here. We have declared the variable over here, right? So that's what it's doing. Now once it creates a new mail, we need to tell the system who is sending this email, where is this email coming from, and what's going to be in the body of the email, who is it going to be sent to, what is the subject, and what are the attachments. Simple, right? That's what is there in the basic email. So we have dot from, you can put in your email address. If you want to send it from a shared mailbox, you can do that as well. Just refer the link in the description to the website and you will find over there as to how you can send it from a shared mailbox. I have also uploaded the file so you can see the codes and you can download the entire file from the website as well. So don't forget to do that. It's going to really help you and your business. Okay, so from you can mention the email address and .html body. You can write out body as well, but I prefer .html body because it helps you to better format the body of the email by inserting line breaks and by formatting the text for bold and italics and things like that. This is just my preference again. So .html body, here is just some text that I have written. Dear, I need to enter the customer name. Now the customer name is stored over here in cells I, 2. Now I is the row and this is the column number. Yeah, so second row, second column, right? So let's see. So second row, second column, there you go. So second row, second column is ABC. So it's going to say dear ABC, and then BR is just a line break. It's just replicating what the enter key does on your keyboard. And some text, we are looking forward to meeting you. We have attached some documents for your review. Please print this and bring it along with you on your first day. And then just some line breaks again, just like how the enter key works, and your signature, kind regards, SDHN. I have put a B, which means bold in HTML, and again BR is for line break, and just your signature. Okay, and then we have dot to, who are you going to send it to? So you need to get the email address of your client, right? So dot to cells I, 5. So second row, column 5, which is where our email address is stored. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, column 5, second row, it comes up as sthn@gmail.com, right? So that's what is going to take in the 2. And dot subject, you can put any subject that you want. Here I have mentioned membership documents. And now the best part of including the attachments. Cool. So now we are going to tell the system where to take the attachments from. So attachments dot add cells I comma 6. So it's going to take second row again and 6. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. There you go. So it's going to go to this part which we have mentioned over here. So you see the reason why we have mentioned the path of the document is so that we can include that in the attachments in the macros. Okay, all right. So it's going to take this path and take the document from here and attach it to this email. Same thing over here, add cells I comma 7. So this is 6, so furniture one is 7, wherein it's going to attach the document from the part which we have mentioned over here. Wherever there is blank, it's going to ignore it and not attach anything. Pretty awesome, right? Just some if formulas and tell the system to send the email and you're good to go, right? And then we're just closing up the loops and the sub function. All right, so that's the macro that we have. And if you want, you can just go ahead and run the macro from here to develop a macro and just run. Otherwise, you can create a button like I have done over here. I'll just show you how to do that. Just go to developer tab, insert form controls button, just drag and create a button and attach the macro that you have created, and that's it. You have your button created. Now I'm just going to delete it because I already have the button over here. So now I'm just going to click on this button and see what happens. Let's see how our macro actually works. So ta-da! So when you click on this button, you might receive a message where the antivirus program is blocking the sending of multiple emails. So if you get that, just click on allow, or you can just go to the antivirus software and allow allow Excel to send it from there. If you're in a corporate environment, then just contact your admin department or IT department, and they will do that for you from the back end. It's no big deal, no big security issue or anything like that, but mainly organizations do block that for security reasons, but it's nothing to worry about. They can easily remove that and they can easily allow Excel to send the bulk emails. Not a problem. Okay, so let's go to our Outlook and see if we have received the email. And ta-da! See, we have received the emails. There you go. See? Okay, so we have a membership document here. We have the membership document as a subject. We have the attachment over here. Dear PQR, we are looking forward to meet you. A nice body with nice signature. Amazing, right? Cool. So let's see. This is as PQR. PQR is our silver member, right? Let's check. There you go. PQR is our silver member. Amazing. That's about it from my side. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to download the file from the link mentioned below from the website, and if you have any questions, do let me know. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.
Hi everyone, this is XTHN coming to you with a how-to video. Today I'm going to show you how to navigate through different pages in Power BI on click of a button without using any bookmarks. So it's just as simple as just setting up some properties and you're good to go. Amazing feature, right? So let's get started. So let me just create a button over here, a blank button. Okay, and set up the button text to say next page. Okay, and text size say 20. Alright, now when I click on this button, I want it to navigate to this new page in which I already have a text which says this is a new page. Okay, so instead of creating a bookmark and things like that, all we need to do is click on the button, go to its properties. Okay, go to action and change the action type to page navigation. Okay, and in the destination you need to select which page it needs to go to. So in this case I need it to go to this new page. So whatever page name you have given, you need to select that. You can also add a nice tooltip which can say like click here to go to new page, or you can even say click here for more details about a particular report or a graph or something like that. Yeah, so now let's see how it works. Click here to go to a new page. Okay, so I'm just going to click on it now and ta-da! This is a new page. Pretty simple, right? Amazing feature, Microsoft. A big thumbs up to you guys. Yeah, so if you also like this feature, and I'm sure that you can find various ways and methods to use this, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. Comment below how you're going to use this feature, and don't forget to subscribe this channel. Take care. Bye bye. Hi everyone, this is SDHN coming to you with tips and tricks for today.
Okay, so today I'm going to show you an awesome trick which is called Flash Fill in Excel. It is there in Windows and Mac, both of the versions. A little different in how you enable the feature, but otherwise it works the same way. Yes, I'm just going to quickly take you through how it works. To check out how to enable this feature in your Windows and or MacBook, then please go through the description section and you can find the details over there. Yeah, so basically what we are going to do is we are going to see what flash fill is. It's basically, it detects patterns within your data and it replicates that for other rows. So for example, if you have say first name and okay, and you have last name, and you have a column which is called full name. Okay, so if you have say hello world, okay, so I'm going to write here hello world, and you have A, B, C, so this will be A, B, C, G, H, O. So you have to actually told Excel, okay, see, so this full name column basically should contain first name and last name. Now the third row that I'm going to create will suppose say have some values, okay, and so on. Okay, so if I go through the normal drill down, like by clicking on this small rectangle and just go down, it's just going to copy hello world and ABCGHO, which is not right. Correct? We need it to take in the pattern, which is the combination of first name and last name. So if you're in MacBook, what you need to do is you need to click on Control E. So Control E is the combination. Just click on that and you will have your pattern. Ta-da! So if you see here, it has detected the pattern of first name and last name. Pretty awesome, right? So this is actually called flash fill. If you don't want to accept this, if you feel like it's an error, then you can go ahead and undo the flash fill as well. If you are in Windows, all you have to do is just drill down and it will automatically detect the flash fill if you have enabled it. Amazing feature, right? So if you have like thousands of records and you want to want Excel to detect some kind of a pattern, then this is the best and the easiest way to do that. Yeah. So if you like this video, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and do like and leave your comments below how what you think about this and how you are going to use this, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care. Bye bye.
Hi everyone, this is SDHN coming to you with a how-to video. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to get next week date and last week date in Power BI. It's pretty simple how to do this, just a little bit of formula here and there, and that's it, you're good to go. So what we're doing over here is we're getting the next week date of a Monday and the last week date of Tuesday. Sounds pretty crazy, right? But it is very simple. Let me just take you through it. Okay, so next week date. Okay, so the formula we have used here is today's date, minus we are using the weekday function over here, which returns an integer value of the day. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, every day of the week is represented by a number. So Sunday is 1, then Monday is 2, Tuesday is 3, and so on. Yeah, so and then we are adding a value over here plus 8. Let's see what it's doing over here. Okay, so if you take today's date, okay, and see, no, it says today, weekday, today, 2 means it is taking the day which is Monday, right? So it's returning the date of a Monday, and it is adding 8 to it. So it is, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 8 is 1st of June 2020, and that also is a Monday. Pretty great, right? Now let's see last week date. Okay, last week date is supposed to be Tuesday, right? So how is that done? It's again taking the date as Monday into consideration. Yeah, so if you see here, it's taking today to minus 5, right? So today 2 is again taking 25th of May and then minus 5 from here. So 1 2 3 4 5 is there you go. You're getting it as 19th of May, which is a Tuesday. Yay! See, pretty simple formula, right? So it's very easy to figure out the next week and the last week dates. You can do lots of things with it. Suppose your client is asking you to figure out how many customers you have got to have signed up between next week and last week. That is between last week Tuesday and next week Monday and things like that. You can easily figure out with a simple formula in Power BI. Yeah, so that's about it from my side for now. If you have any more questions regarding this, and if you want me to show you some examples of scenarios wherein we can use this, or want me to go into more details regarding the weekday function here, then please do comment below. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and click on the subscribe button. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, this is STHN coming to you with a new challenge for today. So the challenge was to find a solution regarding the movement of files between each department, between each team member, each team, and things like that. So we had a situation where the files always used to go missing here and there, and I had to find a solution around it. So what I had done is something very simple, but it might be a little crazy as well. Maybe you have a better solution. Well, let me know. So let's get started. So first thing that I done is did a lot of research around it and downloaded something known as mobile data collection. This is a very great application. Scan it to Office. It is amazing. You can do tons of things along using this. So just download this in your mobile. It is compatible with iOS and Android, and you'll get an add-on for Excel as well. So please do that. And so once we do that, then I created a QR code. So for each department, for each team, we had a QR code. It is very simple to create QR codes. It just takes like less than a minute. If you want to know more about how to create QR codes, then do comment below and I will show you how to do that. So I also created one table for the departments. This will act as like a collection of the departments, like how we create a drop-down list in Excel, and we have a list of like a collection. So something similar to that. and then I have another sheet called sender and receiver. So what happens is every time a file is created, so on the front page of the document or behind the document, there will be a QR code linked to the team or the department. Alright, as to where or what is the document about. Is it for the engineering team? Is the document for the services, or whatever it is for? Then the person who is sending across the file or the document needs to scan the barcode using the mobile. So all you have to do is switch on the camera of the mobile and simply scan. Once you scan it, the details will automatically be updated in this Excel sheet with the sender's name, the department which is captured from the QR codes. Application number is one field which I have made it a manual entry in the mobile, but if you want, you can just remove it. It's just like a unique identifier for the document, and then the date, time, all of these things are automatically recorded. Alright, and regarding these fields, I'll come to it in a second. So let's go to the receiver sheet. When suppose if I am receiving the document, then I also have to scan it, and then the details will get recorded over here with the received date and time, everything. And then these details are then automatically captured over here into this one sheet called one sheet. So you don't have to go here and to track as to where it is going. You just have to refer to this one sheet, and you'll get all the details about where the document or the file is. So who sent it, what is the document about, what is the unique reference number of the document, and when it was sent, what is the time, who received it, the received date, and the received time itself. So you can see some values over here, 00, that is just some dummy values. So well, this is just some dummy data over here, just to show it to you guys. So this is how you can track. If you want to know more about how to do this and more details about how the Scan IT office works and how to create the QR code, so if you have better solution around it, then do let me know. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching the video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the bell icon to get notified. Bye bye.